Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. This is Goddammit Danny. I am joined by Micky Rose 95.
What's going on, man?
I'm not playing as a specific character right now. This is just kind of a throwaway, but I just wanted to get into this video because recently, as you may know, we played GTA FiveM, Indiana State Roleplay, INSRP. The description of the Discord and the link in the FiveM server will be located down below in the video. I'm going to go over some things. Mickey's going to go over some things. What you're looking at here is some brand new vehicles for us. It'll be for Dickie and Mickey, or just our characters' personal uses only. If we catch anybody with these vehicles, most likely we will get staff involved because I paid for them personally. And Mickey has also paid for some of them as well. As you see over there, he's got his vehicles getting all set up as well. Oh, I did forget that one, but anyways, we'll go over the vehicles. I have a list of vehicles. The website can also be found in the link below. I don't know if it's the same for every server, but you can get all these vehicles. I'm going to go over the specs, the speeds, the engines, fun facts about these vehicles, where you can find them at. That's basically pretty much it that I can say offhand. Other servers we do play in is Wisconsin State Roleplay, North Georgia Roleplay. We just started in that. We're still waiting for Central Georgia to come about. I haven't played in it yet, but I know it should be online. It was from, if you remember some of our old videos, Deputy Bites was a good friend of ours. I'm not sure if he's still playing. I hear multiple mixed feelings about that. But if we run into him, we run into him in the future. If we don't, we don't. It's no skin off my nose. He was just a really good person to roleplay with. I can say I would call him a friend that I've never met. But other than that, let's see. It started off with this vehicle right here, which is a VW bus. Let me got my paper out here real quick. What we're gonna go over, what I actually found about this VW bus is we wanted it mainly for Mickey Flowers and Dickie Cheese because they're stoners, they're hippies, they're classic, and that's kind of why you see a lot of the VW stuff. We'll go over the character lists as well. As you see, Mickey's right over here. He's roaming around, but for this bus, I found out it is actually a 1970 VW bus, not 1985. It was also once known called as the Transporter, Combi, or Microbus. The engine specs on this bus is a 1600cc, which holds 50 horsepower, and is a 4-cylinder F-flat engine. That's the specs on the van. There's multiple customizations. There's some pros and cons about this. There's pros and cons all about all these cars.
Yep, and the con that I found about this van, me personally, and as he's speaking about it, it's a nice van. I love it for Mickey and Dickie. It is a really beautiful van, but I was role-playing in this van about maybe the first day after we got it, and me personally, I like having stuff on my car, but I took it off because I thought maybe it would fix it. But then I realized it doesn't fix it, and the reason is there's extras that you can put on top of your car, and like you see in the inside right here, I got all my cars with the doors open. You got all extras you can put in there. You could take all that out. There's extras for the roof too. Well, I got pulled over because I was told by using my turn signal, something spawns on the top. Now, the right turn signal, you turn it on, you can see something inside kind of disappears.
You want to show them that real quick?
See, the doors are shut.
Yep.
And then if you turn left with the left turn signal,
boom,
stuff spawns on the top.
Yep.
So basically, this is a nice van. It replaces the Surfer 2 in here. There's nothing wrong with it. I love it. It's just that's the only issue I have. Other than that, for Mickey and Diggy, as long as we don't use the turn signals, excellent van.
That's for sure. Next one I'm gonna go to is on my list. It is this one right here that Mickey's got out. It is technically a 1975 Beetle. Also has a 1.3 liter engine, equals up to 1,285 cc, which is also 50 horsepower. It's similar to the Herbie vehicle, which was a 1963 version in the movie
And
Herbie.
that's what I wanted. But we
So,
got this instead.
yep, we got this instead. It was kind of close. It's kind of mimicking it, but it's the best we're probably going to get. There's already a bug in game, and I'll show you the difference here because I actually have him right compacts right here. This is
Yes,
this is
they
the
used to.
this is the in-game bug, as you may know in some of Mickey's videos.
Yeah, and Mick
Junior.
on my channel, Mickey Sticky Flowers had a son. Well, obviously we killed them in
Yep.
future videos, but this was the original bug, and I thought this was cool when GTA added it. It reminded me of like the Herbie bug in a sense. I'm like, I wish they would have a server that had a modded bug in there, and no servers ever did until we were told we could put our own bug in here, and here's the bug. It looks kind of identical. There's certain things that are different.
Yep.
Obviously, it's wide-bodied and bigger than this.
I can even open it up for all you guys
Yeah.
to see.
Yep.
The
He'll
doors
open it up
difference.
so you can see on my screen the difference between both of the bugs right there. You see in the front, it's got the tire on the GTA stock one, and the real bug doesn't have a tire in the front.
And
Now the engines look the same in the spot, but
almost in the same. You can. I'm in first person right now, and I'm looking. And this one's definitely got looks like two turbos and a fan, and then you got this one over here is just kind of held
like a
together
stock.
by belts and whatnot, old
Yeah.
stocky stuff.
Yeah, old school.
Yeah, old school. This is nothing but in-game stuff. But I mean, hey, later on we could continue to use this bug, and then you have the front spare
And then
tire.
in the front over here, it looks like there's like a radiator right there.
Yeah.
If I think that's what it is.
On my screen, this one the hood is back down, so I don't know.
Oh.
I can't see.
Well, on my end, there's like a radiator there, and well, on this bug, there's a tire there, no radiator.
Yeah. So the engine's in the back on most of them. The same with like the old VW buses and everything.
Now,
Next
this
one.
bug next to it is basically a mimic of that bug without a top, and it's basically you take this bug on the left to Benny's, and this is what you get.
Okay. Looks like we got some nitrous back here. Maybe some hydraulics. I don't
Yeah,
know.
so watch. I'll
okay.
get in, and you'll see it lift up and down when I move forward. Watch.
Okay. So yeah, it is bagged. He's going to show you here.
If you see on my screen, it does go up and down here. I'll let you on yours drive it up and back and forth. But it does go up and down. It's like,
is it bagged or does it fully have hydraulics?
no, it's bagged, I believe. It's kind of like one of
Okay,
those
yeah,
GTA trucks.
So
It's like those GTA trucks that they added.
here's the thing I want to talk about now with me just looking at this bug. For one, I don't mind that it's convertible, considering, but the fact is, like, it looks like someone literally chopped it with a saw. Also a glitch. If I get out, I have my cowboy hat on. I get in and it takes it off, and it looks it looks retarded because it's supposed to act as it's supposed to have a hood or a roof.
But if you get a GTA vehicle that's topless, you're gonna spawn without your hat on regardless, so it doesn't matter.
Oh, gotcha,
Yeah,
gotcha.
even if you get in one of these vans or trucks right now.
Yeah, and I noticed
So
that even with my cop characters with the hats and all that.
It's just a GTA thing. It's nothing with
Okay.
the vehicle. It's a GTA thing, folks.
Gotcha. I'm not. I mean, it's not a bad looking car. I like it.
Yeah, I liked it because it was different. I'm like, ooh, that's a topless.
Let's see. The specs on it I have are kind of similar to the yellow bug we have over here. Actually, it has the same engine, 1.3 liter, 1285 cc, which is up to 50 horsepower. But this is a bagged VW Beetle bug, and it's 1966 and not 1975. All right. Next.
Now this is like Mickey and Dickie taking the bus to Benny's and saying we just want to get it fixed, and he's saying I gotcha, and then it comes out like this.
Or we just went to The Vagos went to Benny's and got us this bus. Um,
right?
let's see,
And
which.
this bus, to be honest with you, I tested it out. It's
Mhm.
not a four-seater, but it's a three-seater.
What? That's weird.
Yeah.
Okay.
So if you cycle the seats go in the back, you can only go into one back seat.
Oh, that's weird. But
Yeah.
because as you're looking at it, you have so many seat options in
I
here.
know that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
Like you got so many seats for people to sit in there,
that's
but hey,
crazy.
it's better than the older bug where it's only a two-seater.
Right.
And me personally, when I was thinking about it, when I was able to swap into the back seat, I was thinking of Mickey, Dickie, and their new buddy
Ricky.
Ricky.
Yeah, Mickey, Dickie, and Ricky.
That's all we need.
This one is a 1967 VW T1 Samba bus, also known as a micro slam bus. Has a 1.5 liter engine in there, a 53 horsepower at full max capacity. I
And,
like
and
it.
if
It's
and
pretty
if you
looking
look at the
slim.
engine, this engine's really low to the ground,
Oh
like the
yeah,
bug over
yeah. We
there.
have to crouch here a little bit and get down under there and look. I don't know who in the hell thought it'd be a good idea to stuff a little itty bitty engine way down there, but
Volkswagen did.
yeah, Volkswagen did,
They sure did.
and freaking people. All right.
But I love this is how many seats it has.
I do
It's just
too. I
spacious.
just
I
wish
wish we could use them
we
all.
wish we could use more. Yeah, so I'm gonna test that out actually, like you
Yeah,
said.
you can go to the back seat, watch, test it out. You,
All right,
you go to the back seat,
all
but
right.
you only go
So
to the first one.
driver seat, passenger seat, on the back seat. Wow. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. But I
Um,
was
also, since we got this one, tell me about the features that you have noticed on it already, of the colors and schemes and stuff.
So with the colors and schemes and whatnot, I'll go to my F1 menu right here. So if we go to the vehicle options and say we're going to the vehicle colors, I found this out. Now it also works with other vehicles in the server, but I found it on this one. So say we're choosing our primary color, which would be the bottom. So say I want to get this color in lava red, and then I go down here, and then I go to the classic color, and I'm changing the color. Well, on this particular model of the VW style, I noticed that it gives you like a clear coat style, where on certain cars, like say if we had the bus next to us, say we have it yellow and we make the clear coat black. It's basically when the sun shines onto it, it's gonna be like one of those glossy glows where you'll see yellow, but
Like a
that
metallic.
sun's yeah, like a metallic. So then if I change that metallic and go here,
Ooh, see,
and
look, we see
it should,
we're seeing the pinstripe is
yeah.
glowing.
And if you look at the top where the sun's shining on my screen, you see that the sun is making the color shine a different color,
Mm-hmm.
but it also changes the color of the glow.
That's dope. Honestly, it's kind of dope. I like
And
that.
and I found that out with this vehicle in particular, and I thought that was pretty cool. I'm like, yes, that's pretty dope because you could change the color of
Mm-hmm.
what it looks like when the car is basically shined on the like no, delete this. Delete this. Did that mean to spawn it? I forgot that I have the vehicle spawn on. I was gonna replace that with the other fast van. Let me turn off my replace vehicle, go back, so then we'll get my fast van back out. And then basically, see, it's back to yellow. And I didn't know that until it was this bus in particular that made me go check other vehicles out. I'm like, no way. So you basically got to change your color three different times, your primary, your secondary, and then your glossy color. And your
Okay.
glossy color could change either if you got lines like this on certain vehicles that are modded or anything that's particular in the vehicle that's modded. I saw that
Sweet.
and I was like, that's pretty sweet.
I like that.
I was like, thanks for this turbo souped up bus that got me to realize that.
Okay. All right. Now, next one looks like we got over here is a GMC Savannah. Um,
And that's going to be used for basically our Vagos character.
right, right. Not too, yeah, not too sure when we're gonna bring them guys out. It's basically a Savannah donk. A lot of these, you see a lot of these on the streets as of
Yes.
today. The facts about it, we got they've made these vans, not specifically the donk. The donk version would be custom, but the van itself would be from 2000 to 2015 GMC Savannah. It came with two different engine styles, which was a 4.3 liter V6 or a 6.6 liter V8. And they're mostly a travel capacity van. There we go. Oh, look, even in the back. Here, you want to open up that other door?
The other door doesn't open.
Oh, well, damn, there's a downfall. But okay, as I'm looking in the back of the door, I see a TV back there. So in the back, in a van like this, when you're traveling, you can have your kids or family. Oh, well,
Yeah, that's the only thing that sucks about when you open that door.
Would you look at that?
It's a suicide door for the back.
A suicide scissor, whatever the hell it is, but it's not legit, but it is legit. I mean, it is what it is.
As long as you have the other doors open and don't open that one, you don't notice anything.
Right? But, I mean, yeah, hell, you could almost live out of this van. You can do whatever the hell you want with it. Like I said, later on, whenever this video comes out, you'll see in the description down below where we got most of these cars from. It all depends on the server that you're in, but in Indiana, I mean, you can get them from anywhere. You can get them from other places. So, yeah. The PT Cruiser, one of my personal favorites. I admire it. And actually, this is a SRT version of the PT Cruiser.
Yes.
Not too many of them were actually made in real life. I know that they've gone from PT Cruiser, which is a Chrysler product. It's also a Dodge product. A lot of issues with a lot of these cars in general, in personal perspective. They have a lot of computer issues and chip malfunctions.
Yes.
They're
But
pretty
it's
good.
a good, beautiful style.
Yeah, they're pretty good on gas. I've never actually seen a SRT style in person. Me
neither.
This specific car can either range from 2000 to 2010. They've got three different style engines. Well, actually four, I should say. 1.6 liter, 2.0, and a 2.4 LS turbo, or a 2.4 LS turbo diesel, which I'm not sure if this one would be specifically diesel because obviously it doesn't sound like it. But it's definitely got a pretty cool style engine, as you see here. It's even got, if I look real close in first person, it's got the Hemi, it's got the Mopar sign on there, it's got the double intake, it's got one turbo over here, but it's pretty badass. I even like on, if I'm looking over here, actually it's a 426, and it's looks like the Elephant engine in there. I'm not too familiar with a lot of them, but the actual logo on the car of the PT Cruiser, it's pretty badass. I'm not gonna lie.
And the interior in first person, if you're driving the car, some of it doesn't look legit. The steering wheel's a little bit bigger, but in first person looking at the interior, it looks amazing. It looks legit like a PT Cruiser. I've only ridden a few PT Cruisers in my life, but this looks legit.
It definitely does look legit, like for sure. From what I
pretty
was told by
spacious.
you, it is a drift machine.
Yes, this is a drift machine. I was testing this out at the airfield, and I got in trouble out of RP. They told me I couldn't be there. I'm gonna go to jail because, well, obviously I'm not supposed to be at the airport. And basically, yeah, this thing really, if you're at a red light, you hit the gas, this thing just wants to spin the tires, and it's spinning it probably for like a few blocks. And you don't get traction until after a few blocks. But once you get to speed and you start to turn, it's just, you're gonna start to drift. And there's nothing you can do about it. It's the handling of this car. Some of these cars, I know, with the bug over there, the yellow bug that's Micky and Dickie's that they bought originally, that has a handling line of a motorcycle.
Oh yeah, that one we've already tested out a couple times already. That if you even do like 20 to 30 miles an hour, you try and turn sharply, you're gonna flip it, and it's ridiculous.
Because whoever modded that one put the motorcycle handling line and threw it to that car because the engine sounded good, maybe, which is cool, but they just threw it in there. But this one, I would say, here in the engine, it's got a little bit of a semi truck engine sound from
Yeah, yeah. As
GTA.
soon as you started up, I was just gonna say it almost sounds like a semi truck.
Yeah, if I get in, it literally sounds like a semi truck, and then it goes to sounding like a muscle car.
Yep.
But this thing's pretty cool, and I saw it, and I got it, and all these cars are gonna have for set characters, and maybe some characters may have multiple of them because why not?
Why
But
not?
these are our
Yep.
personals.
These are our personals, and once again, I mean, we've personally paid for them. So if we were
Yes.
told by staff if anyone is caught with any of these vehicles, now, honestly, I'm gonna walk back over here to this VW van.
The
Eh,
that's a
This
replace.
this is
I take care of.
yeah, yeah. It's a replacement for the actual van, which is a Surfer 2.
So I don't care if people use this one. This is the only one they got a exception to use.
Yeah.
But the rest of these
They
are
all have they all have different spawn codes, but if you go
yes.
into the game and actually spawn the Surfer van, which will come up with the Slam style, and it'll have like the surfboards on top, and then the Surfer 2 is the old rusty version, but that's the replacement of that. So that one I'm not too worried about, long as they ain't got my actual plate on there. See, there you go. Yeah, that's the van.
Yep, that's basically the van. It replaces the server two, as you saw that I spawned on my screen.
Mm-hmm.
So that replaces in game. So if I see people driving this, I'm not gonna complain
Yeah,
because that replaces it. But the rest, we got to use spawn codes.
yeah, and AI. As I was out on patrol earlier today, I've seen AI driving around, and
Yes, they'll drive around.
they look unlegit because as I come up to them, they're literally like invisible until I actually pass the car, and then I realize it's actually the VW vans. But so
Yes.
yeah, we're
But the reason why we got these personals and we're not going to let other people use them because Indiana State Roleplay actually has it set up to where they have vehicles that I can't drive.
mm-hmm.
So if I can't drive some of the certain vehicles that they have, well, personal vehicles I buy, you just
which they
can't
call
drive.
as hot seated.
Yeah, hot seat.
Now, continuing on with the old school Cadillac we got going on here. Fun fact before I get into the actual car, this car is well known. A lot of you have seen the style of a Cadillac. And a
Yes.
lot of movies, I've looked them up. This specific was used in Scream 2, Scary Movie 3, Friday as Pinky's car, and then a couple mob movies I can't remember off of hand. This style Cadillac is a 1980 Cadillac Fleetwood Brougham. It has 106 horsepower engine, which is 5.7 V8, and is a hydromatic tech. I'm not too keen on the actual word of hydromatic. I've had issues with
Yeah.
that, but Cadillacs are very well known as boats, buses. They're good.
Tanks.
They're good. They're like tanks. So if you get in an
Yes.
accident, but they're
You're good to go.
also yeah, they're also gas guzzlers, but they
Yes.
are also very luxury, very hip hoppy, kind of classic
And
nowadays.
and they're good for the old people, man.
Yep, and the way he's got it set up right now, considering because I haven't fully modified mine. I mean, both of ours are gonna probably have different modifications on it, as you see from his vehicles compared to my vehicles way over there.
But then again, continuing on before you continue, I think you're gonna have to save the same exact vehicle I have because as I said, you cannot change that plate. So when it
That's
comes back
true.
into the DMV and they say, well, why is the plate coming up in the and the vehicle's a different color? That was the only problem I had with this vehicle because when I wanted this vehicle, I saw many different Cadillacs, but this one really caught my eye. It really did. And but the thing that sucks is, well, I'm in first person right now and you can see the plate if I crouch down a little, come up to it. It says Michigan. You cannot change that. It is like a plate
Mm.
that is just stuck on there. So you whatever that plate says with those letters right there and numbers, you got to keep. You
Wow.
can't change that. So that's the only thing that sucks. And but if anything, this Cadillac is gonna go for Lance Oliver, and it's gonna go to his buddy Ain't It Haggard.
Oh yes, Lance Oliver and William Haggard,
Yeah, and William
are
Haggard.
old characters
So
who.
our old characters. So basically, they'll just RP that they're from Michigan.
Mhm.
And then when they left the retirement home, they left the retirement home from Michigan.
Yeah. So you'll probably see a lot of them videos coming in sometime soon. But yeah, that's the Fleetwood Cadillac. Very nice car. It's definitely a pricey thing back in the day, and it was used in a lot of movies and a lot of other stuff. And last but not least, Mickey's favorite, and probably one of my new favorites too. It is going to be the skeleton Springer Harley. If you look at it, if it did not have the skeleton on there, it kind of replicates the show Mayans or Sons of Anarchy. The guys have the ape hangers. It's bagged. It's got fishtail pipes on the back. It's very luxury looking. It's very classic looking. You can do lots of modifications to it.
Yes.
This original is actually they started from Harley in 1988 and up to 2003. It's a Softail Springer. Originally a 88 cubic inch engine V-twin with I forgot what it was, but then nowadays they are a Milwaukee 8 engine, which is 107 V-twin up to 92.5 horsepower.
Yes.
I like these style choppers. My dad's almost got someone similar. He's got a 2009 Harley Road King, and some of them almost kind of replicate it, but a lot of the engines are almost the same. You can do a lot of customizations, a lot of modifications to them.
Yes.
But yeah, I dig this thing, and I haven't even test drove it yet.
Well, I say spawn the one you got, and we'll get rid of these vehicles, and we'll go for a little test drive.
Yep, we'll start test driving these vehicles and show you what they're about, what they can do, top speed, and likes, dislikes, pros and cons. Alright, so
We'll start deleting vehicles one by one. We'll do the bike last. That'll be the grand finale.
okay. T/DV T/DV T/DV.
And mine are all registered, so every time we drive them or whatnot, I'll just spawn mine because they're all registered already.
That works. T/DV.
I think the only one that's not registered is the van, but we're only driving around here, so.
Yeah. T/DV.
I definitely want you to drive that cruiser first. I'll let you do it though. Sit this. Just in case. Alright, man, you can drive my car, man. Let's test it out.
So let's check out the PT Cruiser first.
Yes. Now, I'm telling you, this one, it's got bad steering and handling.
I can already tell it's
The tires just want to spin. Hit the gas, watch. Just hit the gas.
and it typically these cars are supposed to be front wheel drive, but if you look, just the front tire just starts freaking spinning.
Yeah, when you go to a stop sign, when you stop at a red light or a stop sign, you hit the gas, this thing just spins. And when you start going fast enough, when you turn, it basically does that. Yep.
Jesus. Can we flip? Nope. Cannot flip.
Nope, cannot flip. I'll basically just respawn it.
That's it's definitely a downfall of one of the vehicles, but shit happens.
But if you're just driving,
Yeah.
you shouldn't really have to worry about it so much. Okay, man. So,
Right.
let's see. Where are you at, Jimmy PT? There you are. If you can, get rid of that one.
Let's see if I can. T/DV. There we go. Ooh, run me over. fucking lady.
But yeah, but if you're just driving and you're not trying to run from the police, I would say this car running from the police would be a no-go.
Oh yeah, definitely
But
offhand.
if you're just driving around, and I think my future plan for this vehicle, I gave it to Jimmy to start off with, but he's probably never really gonna drive it as much. But I gave it to Jimmy to just start off with
Probably
because I
just
didn't
gonna
know.
rev the freaking engine and annoy Gene
We're
Davis.
probably just gonna blow the engine and get a new car. But I decided just to give it to him for the time being because I didn't know who to give it to. But eventually, I want to I know for a fact Jimmy's gonna have the bug and he's gonna have the souped up VW bus.
Okay.
And the only other person that's gonna have a bug is gonna be Micky because he's got his yellow bug and then plus the yellow VW bus. But that's not the souped up VW bus. That's just the old school rusty style one that Micky and Dickie are always going to be driving in, where Jimmy's going to have that souped up one. Now, basically, as I said, for this car, I just gave it to him for the time being, but I'm going to find a character. That way I could split these cars I bought, and they're for certain characters and certain characters only.
Right.
That way, when you see the PT Cruiser out, you know it's for blah, blah, blah. Or if you see the Cadillac out, you know it's going to be the old men. Or if you happen to see the vans out, you know, Micky and Dickie. And in the future, there's a link I'm going to put down in the description of my video. It is a link to a hippie motorcycle that I want to get added for Micky and Dickie. They need a motorcycle, and I found a hippie one, and they need one.
Eventually, soon, we would definitely see. Look, I just like slightly turned.
Yeah, slightly turned.
Eventually, soon, yeah. I want to get more vehicles. Another thing that I seen before you brought to my attention was the AMC Gremlin.
Yes,
and
for Gene Davis.
That's definitely gonna be a must whenever I do decide to buy that because I've never been in a AMC Gremlin. My brother actually owns a '83 AMC Eagle, one of my personal favorites. I love that car to
That's fast.
death. It's fast. I mean, they came stock as 4x4 all the way around, but I mean, he took that off and put a bigger engine in there from a little small 250 engine to a 5.0 big small block from a 306, 5.0 small block from a Mustang, and he's been doing a lot of rebuilds on it. But yeah, it would just be cool to have that and a couple other vehicles. There's a lead van. I was talking to the owner, which is Levi Cooper of the Indiana State Roleplay, and I would like to bring in a couple MLOs, which are add-on buildings, properties, stuff like that. Me and Micky, for Micky and Dickie, would like to open up our own little weed shop. I think that would be pretty badass for some RP.
Yes, I would. You should turn around. Let's not go to AOB.
No, yeah, that's what I plan on doing.
But yeah, this is the Cruiser. So how do you like the Cruiser before?
I'm liking it so far. I like I said, it's just kind of, it's the handling is shit. It's garbage.
Yes,
I feel
it is.
like I would probably only do it to drive it around a block. I'm not gonna run in this vehicle. I'd probably take it maybe to a car show just to show it off for RP.
Basically what I want to do for this vehicle, I want to set up for a character that's going to be a character. But my future plan is I want to have at least 1 or 2 characters for this game that are going to start running the 24/7 and running the bar and stuff, so we can give some RP instead of us just trying to get tickets and whatnot. Okay, you could DV that one and I'll spawn my next one for you, sir. And the next one we're going to try is actually going to be in the vans. So we are going to go to vans and we are gonna pull up fast van, man. Now eventually for the future, I gave Jimmy one of these, but for the future I have a RPI deal, so I gave it to Micky. And I can't get in. Let me flex my muscle and see if that was a problem. There we go. I just had to flex my muscle. But yeah, but basically with this one, I gave the RPI deal because this is going to be what Jimmy owns as well. He's going to own the bug and then he's going to own this one. They're both going to be red. But basically my RPI deal is one day Micky happens to go take his car to, and this will be in the future, way in the future, but he takes his car to Benny's. He says that he needs to get his brakes or something fixed. Benny says, I got you, I'll hook you up. And then he comes back like in the next day or two. And then this is what Benny gives him. And he goes, what's going on? What's this? This ain't my bus. You're like, yeah, this is your bus, man. It went from this. It shows me like the before and after pictures to that. And then like Mickey gets pulled over for speeding, and it's too fast for him because this car is pretty fast, and it's got a better handling line than the other VW bus
So
we
what
have.
I'm actually gonna do is, hopefully nobody comes and bitch at us, because I mean, since we are in game and there's a lot of people, but I am gonna start heading to Kyle. That way we can start doing racing along that freeway right there, and full blast it and test it out.
I'd be careful because I got in trouble the other day for doing that.
And it's all right.
I got in trouble at the airport for doing that. Then I went to Kyle and tried to do it, and they said that I shouldn't be testing these cars. The one cop had told me that I shouldn't be testing these cars because he said that this ain't GTA. We're not here to do GTA speeds. We're here to role play. And he said if you want to see how fast it goes, drive to the area of patrol. He said, but if I'm behind you, I'm pulling you over. That's what he told me.
Yeah. Unbug his ass.
I mean, technically, I already tested all these vehicles out at the
Right.
airport, so
Right. But yeah, I want to see what they can do on my end, just for
yes.
video references.
Because he's never seen what it does on his end. I have seen what he's done. He hasn't. So I didn't get in trouble when I saw, but I just got in trouble because I decided that I got the bike because the bike wasn't spawning in, and I wanted to see how the bike did. And then I just went back, and there was a cop there, and he was telling me he wasn't gonna kick me or anything. He wasn't upset, ladies and gentlemen. He just said, "You come back, I'm gonna arrest you." And then technically, I shouldn't be at the airport. So I mean, he's correct. He could arrest me.
Looks like
I just
127 is top speed for this van.
I had this van. Well, I was probably going downhill a little, but when I was testing it, I had it at 130. That's the highest I got it.
Okay, okay. But yeah, handling line, I mean, it's not too bad.
Oh yeah. Uh-huh.
But just don't do that. And you'll
Yeah,
be
just
all
don't
right.
do that. Then you'll be all right, ladies and gentlemen.
But yeah, I think handling line's pretty decent on it.
All right. So let's see. Now we're gonna go on to, since we tested out the van, we are gonna go down and get the topless Jimmy's VW Bug. So we tested how many vehicles so far? 3?
Yep, this would be 3.
And then the last one's the bike, right?
Nope, the
I know the
cat,
van,
the other van.
the caddy and the van, and then the bike. So we got
Yep.
3 more to go.
Yep, caddy, van, and the bike. So
Now
yeah,
this one's got better.
This is pretty good handling right here. I'm not
Yeah,
swerving all over the road.
When I tested it, my theory was it took after maybe the Sports Classic or the Sports.
And I'm very producing very highly speeds really quick, so I feel like this would probably be a good getaway vehicle. And since the handling line's pretty pristine,
Yeah,
it might be good. But if you end up flipping that car, considering it's a convertible, I would almost probably presume that your character's gonna die.
yes, and if you look, our heads are over the windshield, so if we flip, we're hitting our heads first. There is nothing protecting our heads.
So I've got it clocked at 140 plus.
Yes.
Definitely great. I like it.
Alrighty. Let's go get our next vehicle. Which the next one is going to be... We're going to get none other than... No, not that one. They basically got the similar names.
There we go. And if you notice, or if you listen to it, this one also has, it sounds like a motorcycling engine in it.
If I was to presume what type of engine this is, it's got Franklin's motor engine in here. If you ever played story mode and you drove Franklin's car, this is basically what, in my opinion, it may be taking the gist off of, you know.
Instantly 130 without.
Yes,
even,
this is a fast car.
This is
So the
definitely
old,
fast.
so
Oh my
so
God,
the old,
I'm already at 160.
yeah. So the old men are definitely gonna be getting tickets.
And this is with with all modifications?
I don't think I put. I don't think I put all the engine mods on
Oh
here.
my god, I'm already at 184.
I may have put
185.
I may have put the engine mods on here, but I don't think I did. I'm guaranteeing I don't remember if I did. You need to go to.
192 is the highest I've just clocked this. Wow.
Yeah, this thing's quick.
Holy moly.
Now on your end, you could check F1 and see if I did any modifications, but I don't believe I did.
Okay, I'm gonna do that. Vehicle options.
I may have. I'm not 100% for sure.
No, that's
I,
all
I
stock.
That's all
Wow.
stock.
That's
Okay.
all stock. I'm gonna put it to 4.
Yeah. They put all the 4.
Transmissions to 4. Brakes are gonna be 4.
We might go over 200, ladies and gentlemen. As I said, I just basically customized these vehicles. I didn't really customize them too much because I was just trying to hurry up and register them to me.
So here we go. Test it out. I still like the handling line. It's not as crazy as the little bug was, but I feel like this is probably GTA handling line right here.
Yes. And if we could change the plate, I wish we could.
Yeah.
I would definitely give the Vagos this car as well.
Oh yeah.
But we can't change the plate, so it's just for the old men only, I guess. But there's nothing wrong with that. Maybe in the future we'll find another one of these.
190. 192. 193. 194.
Yeah, 194. That's not bad.
194. Wow, I like it.
All right. All right. Let's go pull out the next one, which the next one is going to be the Vagos van. And then after that, we just got the bikes to test. Now, I haven't tested the Vagos van out that much because this one was having some issues with spawning.
Okay.
But once you gave me the codes to spawn it, so I don't know how fast this one goes. I just basically drove it around the block a few times.
Okay. Also sounds like it's got a motorcycle engine. Handling's pretty decent.
Our could have Franklin's fucking engine sound for him, his Charger.
Yeah, I would say so. That too.
Because I know a few of the muscle cars have this sound in GTA. Not all of them, but a few of them do.
Right now, doesn't seem like we're going that fast, but we're cruising around 93, 94.
That's decent.
It's decent for at least, a little bit of a getaway.
And especially, look at the wheels.
Right, yeah.
We're not going to be going that fast on the wheels like this.
I'm already at 102. I don't really foresee it going past 110. I'm barely just inching at 102. It's staying at 101 right now. So, yeah.
But it's a decent car. The inside looks decent. I mean, it's not 100% great. You can see some glitchiness, but hey, the outside looks phenomenal.
Oh yeah.
And I think I only paid $7 for this van, so I'm not really complaining that much.
This one was on sale. It was originally $10, and then it was on sale 3% off, so it was like $7, something like that. But,
yeah, so I ain't complaining.
Pretty good. And then as far as damage goes, I mean, we're supposed to have no armor on, but so as far as damage goes, as you see,
there you go. You just lost a tire.
I just lost a tire.
Indeed. And then other than that, last but not least, we're going to do the grand finale. Now, he's already saved one himself, so he's going to spawn his. I'm going to spawn mine.
Do you have any modifications to it?
The modifications, I believe on this one, let me go check myself so I could get people on my end. Mod menu, no, there actually is no engine modifications to it on this one. Okay. I remember. So the bike comes stock.
Oh yeah, yep, no stock. I'm gonna add turbo just to see if it does anything. I doubt it will, but
I didn't add turbo to mine because technically this bike wouldn't have turbo sounds. But all right, on the count of 3, we'll take off. I'll let you do the counting.
All right, 3, 2, 1, go.
Now this definitely has some GTA motorcycle handling, so this handles pretty good.
Does a wheelie pretty good. I can do a wheelie probably the whole way.
Yeah, you could. You could do a wheelie the whole way.
And actually, if I do a wheelie, it looks like I'm going a little bit faster.
Yep, you go faster when you do a wheelie. It's like GTA. If you're doing a wheelie, it glitches and makes you go quicker.
Oh my lord, and he is just hopping everywhere on my screen.
Yeah, I'm still hopping, but I still got it under control.
Yep, I'm just kind of in a straight line. I'm already clocking 121, 122.
I'm at 131, 132.
Okay.
That's probably because I'm doing the wheelie.
Yep.
I think
125, 127.
I think I reached 140 at one point.
130.
Yeah, I think at one point I may have reached close to 140, or I did reach 140. I'm trying not to look because I'm doing a wheelie.
Yeah, I believe I just hit 135 was the top that I was able to
Yeah,
see.
I know it was 130 something. And I made it all the way doing a wheelie.
Yeah. Pretty cool bikes.
Yeah, so what do you think about most of these vehicles since this was your first time testing them out?
I like them. I like them. The PT Cruiser, I wish it would have better handling for sure.
Yes, that's for
Better,
sure.
no, like not much acceleration. It feels like it has a lot of torque.
Yes,
I wish it would be a
it's
little
really
bit.
drifty.
Yeah, it's really drifty. That might be a nice car to just have fun, drift around, but
Yes.
chill, do some stupid RP. Go to the gas
Have
station.
have a civilian that works like at the
Mm-hmm.
24/7 or the bar, and you just drive him to the bar to go open up your
Yeah, we're just
shit.
doing civ shit or whatever with it, but
Yeah, no running from the cops or nothing.
yeah. Same with like the van, the old
Well,
school van.
definitely the van because I tried recording a video on my end and I was gonna release it for you guys, but I couldn't because they ruined it. And the van, they didn't let us do a pursuit. They basically hit us as soon as we
Yeah,
ran.
that was.
And then unlegit, I walked out, had the gun in my hand, so they started to shoot me.
Mhm.
So as soon as they start to shoot me, I was like, man, they're gonna shoot me. So no, I'm gonna shoot back. And then they got me. So I said, yeah, they ruined that video.
Yeah.
I,
Out of
but
all
yeah,
of them, I would have to say my caddy, Cadillac was probably my
yeah.
favorite so far.
The Cadillac is my favorite, and
Then
then
the bike, then the
and
bike. I would say the bike.
I would say the Caddy is my first. My
Hmm.
number two is the bus, and number three is the bike.
Okay, yeah, I would have to say the caddy is the
Because
first, the bike is
because
the
that bus
second.
handles good.
Oh, the bus was amazing, but
Yes,
I like the modifications. I like the style of the bike, but yeah, I'm right there with you on the bus, the slammed bus, I should say, and
yes,
that also the handling on the convertible bug. I like that too, and the
yes. That was
speed,
pretty good.
the
That
speed.
that'd be my number four.
Yeah, it would definitely.
The last one is the Vagos van. I like it because it's got pimped out rims. We got RP that we got drugs in the back and shit. But I was like, I like that one because of
Mhm.
the rims and it could be like a gang van or whatever. Because
Right.
I know sometimes like the ballers get some crazy ass fucking shit.
Yeah.
So I'm like, why can't we get something crazy? But yeah, that'd be my last. That'd be at the bottom of all the vehicles that I bought.
Now, but yeah, that would probably be my take on them vehicles. As far as the other vehicles that I paid $50 for the hot seated ones, he's not too keen on that. I get it. It sucks. It really does. But
Yep, because
they're supposed to be your personals. But I feel like they should allow anyone to use them. But that's just the way they work in the server. I'm pretty sure.
That's how they have this server set up.
Yeah.
Just like there's certain cars that
Hmm.
only admin can drive, which that's why I stated when I bought my vehicles. Now, if Dickie ever buys vehicles in the future that he buys on his
Hmm.
own and he just buys them to buy them if
Yeah.
he wants to share them, but the ones I personally bought and even that one plug-in van. I mean,
Hmm.
obviously the server van that's in the game, people could spawn it. It
Yep.
drives in around as AI, but all the other ones, like if people drive it, I would be upset. But if Dickie allows him to drive the other bug, he actually really paid for that one, where I paid for these ones.
Like one of
But
them I have right here is a 70 Camaro. He wouldn't
and
be able.
watch if he gets out, I'll get in and watch. He'll disappear. It'll say the vehicle's hot seated. But then again,
Oh, really?
I'm saving this. Thanks,
Okay.
buddy.
All right.
Thank you, buddy.
Well,
What is this? What year?
yeah, it's a 70 Camaro.
Okay, so
Okay, that's kind of weird because I could have swore that would have been hot seated, but who knows?
spawn another one.
Let's try the Grand National X.
I think that's definitely hot
This is
seated.
probably going to be hot seated. So watch. Yep.
Yep.
So that's what happens when a vehicle is hot seated that he hasn't paid for or anything, or if I haven't paid for someone's vehicle because we're civs or we're criminals. We see somebody like the General Lee. You'll see a General Lee driving around in here, and it's staff only in quotations, which is
So
bullshit.
if you see them doing something, you're like, oh, I'm gonna go fucking rob that car
Mm-hmm.
out of RP because you're a criminal and you're stealing shit. As soon as you get in that car, disappears. There goes the RP.
Like I'm pretty sure this one might be hot seated as well. Yep.
Yep. But
That,
at least that one wasn't.
yeah. And then
So he gave me another good at.
he found this one the other day. I'm not sure this actually. And now that I'm looking at it, it's actually a stock GTA car, but it looks like it's got armor on it because the name
So
of it is
so
Bravado
this
Greenwood.
so this car, I was RPing as a salesperson,
Mm-hmm.
and basically, what I do is in my F1 menu. If you saw when I was going through, you probably saw some cars that had some weird numbers or letters or names and shit. I did it that way so I know, hey, those are some fucking cars I stole, and I just named them stole or stolen or just random numbers and letters and whatnot. And basically, they came to come buy some cars. They asked if they could take three of the cars that they had wanted to use and take them out and drive them, test drive them. I said, sure. I walked out and they were gone for about a few minutes. I walked out. I looked at the star. I'm like, man, this is a nice car. I basically got in the seat. As soon as I got in the seat, I was making sure it wasn't hot seated. I'm like, oh, this vehicle's not hot seated. So I hurried up, took it, and went GME and said, I take the car and basically gets it ready for next time so I could sell it. And it's registered to, I don't know who the guy's name is, but it's registered. And who is it registered to? I don't want to know. I don't want to care because that's basically for me to find out in the future. I stole the car. I don't know the guy's name, so in the future I will find the guy's name out when I bring that salesman back and I start selling cars again. And then someone just happens to walk in at the wrong time, and I don't know that out of RP that's one of their cars. And I'm like, what? What are you doing with this car? And I'm like, what are you talking about? I'm like, I got it sent in and I'm here to sell it. Like, yeah, that's my car. That's not your car. Yeah, that's my plate. That's
Exactly.
not your plate. So I don't know who owns it. That's for me to find out in the future. But
Mm-hmm.
yeah, any car I see in the server that I could save and it's not hot seated, I will do so. Not because I want it. It's because I actually want to sell them in the future
Right.
and do
No,
criminal stuff.
like this one, most likely this one's going to be hot seated. This is a I forgot what year. I think it's a 65 Challenger.
Yeah, this one's definitely hot seated. I think I tried to get one of these before. Yep.
And then you have the 65 Camaro as well, which is also hot seated.
Yep, this one's gonna be hot seated as well, which is fine.
Um,
That's why I say if Indiana could have hot seated vehicles, my personals, no, you're not driving them. That's not fair. If you're gonna block your vehicles, I'm gonna block my vehicles.
mm-hmm. So, let's
But if
see.
they ever come out and say, hey, we're gonna let anyone drive these hot seat vehicles now and we're gonna turn the hot seat shit off,
Mm-hmm.
then at that point in moment of time, I'm like, okay, here's all the spawn codes. Anyone want to spawn these? Go ahead. But as long as they got hot seats in the car, I could get in that. I already
Yep.
gotten that
Yeah,
before.
I think you already saved that one.
Yeah, I saved that one night when we're all at the 68.
Let's
But
see.
yeah,
This one, I believe that one's
yeah,
hot seated.
yeah, this one's hot seated. I know for a fact. Oh,
Nope,
wait,
never mind.
it's not. I'll
It's
keep.
it's called Godzilla Ram.
God, wait.
It's a lifted Ram. Um,
Okay, well, that's another vehicle like that.
let's see. Let's try the diesel Silverado.
I'm guaranteeing this one's hot seated.
No,
No,
It's yeah, diesel Silverado. Okay. Dodge diesel. This one you can spawn in game.
Yeah, so I don't need that.
And these are actually some of them that I bought from the packs.
Okay, that's cool.
Which is kind of amazing to me that you're able to get in some of them. RC Bronco. Let's try this one. I think this one might be hot seated.
Yes, yeah, I tried this one with you already. It's hot seated.
Yep. Um, well,
But I mean, other than that, I mean,
Whistling Diesel's Monster Max, but it's hot. I don't. It's not hot seated, but it is. But the minute you try and get in it, it kicks you
oh,
back
okay.
out. It kicks you
Yeah,
back out.
I see. So it kind of is hot seated in a sense, or
Mm-hmm.
only certain people could drive it, which it is what it is. But other than that, yeah, those are all the vehicles that I had personally bought, plus the two that he had bought before. And yeah, so other than that, we're gonna bring those vehicles for future RP videos. I'm releasing this on my channel. It's gonna be sometime either today, tomorrow, or the next day, but it's gonna be really, really soon. And it's gonna be just basically this is an update showing you certain vehicles that we just bought and future things that we want to bring. We want to bring a weed MLO. I
Mm-hmm.
know I showed Dickie as I'm gonna try to get in his car and see if it's hot seated. I showed Dickie like one of these vans that have like an AC in the back. I said we can get it to keep. Ooh, okay, I'll save this one. So
It's a
we can
cat
get it
eye.
and we could RP that basically that like we need to keep the weed cool down and that so it don't go dry and whatnot.
Yep.
But we want to bring we want to bring some future things here to the server. So I mean, other than that, I'll try to save this one last vehicle if it's hot. Oh, okay.
Trying to see if I have any others. Um, I know he won't be able to save these, but part of the vehicles that I got, which was a quick fix towing. It's like a we could also do like a towing stuff. Um, this is supposed to be like roadside assistance stuff like that. Um, a regular tow truck. I believe he was
Yes,
already able to save
I already,
this.
yeah, I have that one already,
And
which I
then
prefer that one
then you
other than
have
the other ones.
this ultra custom. I don't know if you can get in it, but
I don't know, but the front's not legit. I can tell you
yeah,
that.
I see that now. Some of them very aren't legit.
Oh,
And wow, he can get in it. Okay. Okay, so maybe there are some vehicles. Let's see if I can go back through my list. Make sure everything.
easy.
Maybach, Helldart, Lowrider, Hustler, uh, yeah, Dodge Viper. That is restricted for myself, actually. Okay.
Which that's fine. I already have a Dodge River save that I could spawn in Wisconsin, so
Yep.
that doesn't really.
So, but yeah, other than that, ladies and gentlemen, I think that's going to conclude this video. As I'm not sure when it's going to come out. I'll probably actually release it immediately after I just edit it in the OBS studio and all that. So you'll probably this wasn't really RP-ish. We'll probably stop
No,
this.
it's just basically telling you what's going to come in the future
Yep.
vehicles that you're going to see for certain characters and
Yep.
whatnot.
Basically so. So if you guys ever have any questions, um, not legit. If you guys ever have any questions, go ahead and get a hold of us. Um, what is he trying to do now?
Accept it.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh God. Get me out of here. Get me
I
out of
can't.
here.
I can't. I
You
can't.
can't, you can't, you can't jump.
I was trying to jump.
You can't
I went
jump.
to get the water. God.
Oh.
I tried jumping. All right. Well, I'm gonna end the video. Later, y'all. Have a good one.
Later. Ugh.
Oh, I
Oh,
survived. I thought I was gonna
we
die.
didn't die.
All right. Until next time, ladies and gentlemen.
Until
See you
next time.
all later. Yeah, I was.